Wait, what are you doing here?
Brandon, where's Le'Veon Bell?
Le'Veon Bell, you guys said the Liberty Bell.
No, the Liberty Bell was not going anywhere.
Wait,
It's
oh my gosh. Sorry, I must have been drunk, but I did pick the Seahawks, right?
Yeah. Well, let's make room. I mean, I guess he's unfired now. I guess we have to do the unfiring. We did a public firing and he comes back anyway.
Yeah, you guys realize that NFL Network never knew Adam Rank was traded?
Oh.
Yeah, it was just awkward when I got there.
Oh. Well, where's Adam Rank at? I haven't seen him. He hasn't appeared here yet. He knew he was traded.
They never traded him. I don't know who you guys talked to.
Oh, we must have thought that homeless guy, Adam Rank.
I gave him $500. God.
Well, we're not getting that back.
Shoot.
Well, everyone, thank you for
Now we're in the hole heavily here. We're not even making money.
Yeah, we're losing money. So please like and subscribe so we can actually make money. This is our Week 9 pick video. As a reminder, the Week 8 Monday Night Football game against the Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots,
Which we're definitely going to be watching. It's going to be a showdown.
has not completed yet. So as of right now, our picks are as follows. I am sitting at 60 and 43. Danny is one game behind me at 59 and 44.
I came back again.
And Bryn is 65 and 38.
Yeah, we're not going to even talk about that. By the way, he's disqualified for not being here last week, so his last week's picks don't count. So in actuality, he's last place.
So in other words, you win already?
Yay!
He wasn't here like a couple weeks ago.
Woohoo! Winner.
Alright, so like I said, this is our Week 9 pick video. We're just kind of run through some of the games here. The first one is the Monday Night Showdown.
Sunday, so to Thursday.
Thursday Night Showdown of Oakland and San
You guys
Francisco.
have been rough since I've been
I
gone.
know.
I've been drinking, man.
It's been a rough.
Well, Adam Rank didn't show up and it made me so upset.
So we are all taking Oakland over San Francisco, who is actually favored. In
Yeah,
this game.
what's up with the San Francisco just doesn't look I mean, they didn't really look the greatest with Jimmy Garoppolo, but they just look lost. How do you lose to the Cardinals twice?
And Oakland did put up a decent game against the Colts, so I think that's why we're all in Oakland. The second game is Chicago versus Buffalo. That game currently has no line, mainly because we don't know who the quarterback of Buffalo is going to be, and I know that does. But let's be honest, Chicago will be favored in the game. It's just a matter of how many points. We are all taking Chicago.
Yeah, I agree. If Nate Peterman starts, then Chicago's not going to be favored.
Nah, well, that could be true. That could be true.
Well, they still have a chance to sign the top free agent quarterback out there. I don't know who it is at this point.
Brett Favre.
Colin Kaepernick?
That's the name that doesn't get spoken. Cancel. Cut the video.
Moving forward, we have Detroit at Minnesota, which should be an interesting game. Minnesota is favored at -6. The Vikings fan did not take.
You can even do upsets. I guess this is my upset. Okay, let's be honest. I'm obviously picking Minnesota to win overall in the real things. But look at this. When you're down by 6 points and you have to pick strategic games that could go either way, Minnesota is not looking at their best right now on defense. And injuries packed. If Xavier Rhodes doesn't play, that could show some Detroit throwing all over the place next week. And he did not play this week, and it showed with Drew Brees putting up some numbers. So Detroit has every chance to win that, especially if Xavier Rhodes. And you're saying, well, it's in Minnesota. Well, Buffalo beat us in Minnesota this year already. So it could go either way. So I'm just going to Detroit to try to come back as my upset of the week. It's the comeback for him. I have to pick upsets now.
Fair enough. The next game on the slate is Kansas City versus Cleveland.
Okay, so I will say I'm not going to go this far with upsets. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
When we're filming this video, they just fired Hugh Jackson and they just fired Todd Haley. So
Yeah, so none of us are going to take Cleveland. We're all taking Kansas City, obviously. The next game
Cleveland's going to win.
they're going to upset him and destroy my bold prediction from 2 weeks ago.
The next game on the slate is the Jets at Miami. There's currently no line in this game, probably again because of we don't know which quarterback's starting.
More than likely Osweiler, though.
But again, we're all taking Miami at home against the Jets. You don't know
It's
which
not
Jets team is going to show up.
This one could change for me midweek. I'm on edge, especially seeing what Osweiler did this week. I'm on edge.
And the next game is a division rivalry. Pittsburgh traveling to Baltimore. We're Baltimore's favorite. Danny took Pittsburgh. Me and Bryn both took Baltimore. The main reason I took Baltimore is they manhandled the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Now everyone's going to say, oh, it's a different Steelers team. No, it's not. It's still the same Steelers team that's overrated, even though Baltimore's overrated as well.
You see what Baltimore did against Carolina?
But Carolina's a better football team.
Can't Cincinnati just start winning so we don't have to have this stupid argument of what team's better?
I'm going Pittsburgh. Once again, this goes into my opposite pick thing to catch up. Do I think they're the better team? No. I think Baltimore is the better team. I don't think any of these teams are really Super Bowl ready teams. One of them's probably going to make the playoffs, though. And this game's probably going to decide that, to be completely honest, of which one ends up going.
I thought you were talking about the whole division.
Oh God, no! I think Cincinnati. I still think Cincinnati wins the division.
Someone has to make the playoffs.
I still think Cincinnati pulls out the division.
This will be the first year where no one from the NFC or AFC.
A 7-9 team can make that. But anyway, I think Baltimore's going to be so focused on and. If Le'Veon Bell comes off and plays the game, definitely do a rollover of my mouth where I'm moving it and it says a different voice thing. But I think Baltimore's going to be focused on stopping James Conner, which is going to leave Antonio Brown open a lot more than he was in the first game. And I think that's why Pittsburgh has a shot in this game. And once again, this is a strategic upset pick by me that they have the shot.
I mean, I'm not sold on Baltimore at all, mainly because I picked them last week because I thought they looked great.
Yeah, you missed a game last week.
And then they fall flat against the Panthers and don't even look
That's
like...
an understatement.
But listen, they were looking ahead to this game. Anytime a team loses, they were looking ahead. So they
Especially when a division rivalry game comes the next.
Especially whenever you obviously are going to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in a division round matchup, right, Pittsburgh?
That's right. So moving forward, the next team on the slate is Tampa Bay with Ryan Fitzpatrick officially starting against the Arizona Cardinals.
Upset. No, not Cardinals.
Carolina. Carolina.
Otherwise, I was like, wait, I was like, it was Tampa Bay against Arizona? Never mind, I take back my upset.
We both pick Cardinals? Wow, that'll be insane.
Yes.
I'm going with this mainly because I think Fitzmagic is going to have another big week.
Now you
No, take that back. You're gonna say it. Bleep that.
No, I meant make a big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the Dolphins. Sorry, we're talking about the.
We went back to this Dolphins.
Sorry, my bad. Ryan Fitzpatrick will have. I think he's gonna have a big week against the Panthers. Panthers just fooled me last week, so I'm probably gonna be wrong. So congratulations, at least getting one.
Another one game.
But I'm gonna go with the upset anyways. Why not? I picked him. Go Tampa.
Yeah, we both took Carolina. Me and Danny did. The reason why I'm taking Carolina is either they're playing really good, and that Tampa Bay defense is just. I'm pretty sure I could throw 300 yards.
I mean, that Tampa defense may be the worst, one of the worst
You're
of
a
all
little
time.
bit better than Cam Newton, I think.
a little bit.
I had to sell my pick, all right?
Well, now, is he better than Jameis Winston? That's the question.
To be fair, he's never thrown 4 picks in the game.
That's true. That
Fair
is true.
enough.
Look,
Hey,
yep, Sean Flory.
sign him. Sign him. Jaguars need a quarterback.
That's right. The next game on the slate is Atlanta versus Washington. Washington is favored, but we all took the upset.
I'm shocked at that, actually.
Taking Atlanta on the road against the #1 team in the NFC East. Washington.
I think the one why I picked it is Falcons are coming off a bye. They should have everybody healthy. I think Ridley's healthy for the game, and they'll have Julio Jones and
Well, not
Sanu.
the one, not Devonta Freeman.
Well, yeah, but they also have Tevin Coleman, who looked good the last game that he played as well. Ito Smith probably is going to get more involved. And in all honesty, that Redskins offense hasn't looked great. Adrian Peterson's doing all right, but
yeah, that Redskins offense is not built for passing. To face passing games, they're built for a run-in and in the lead thing.
but Liz is one of the worst passing defenses or playing.
It is, but it's still the Redskins have played a couple rough teams, and their wide receivers are terrible. Jordan Reed hasn't done much this year. They're basically a running team. If they could get ahead,
Josh Doctson?
If they could get ahead and run the ball and take the win there, then great. But I'm not so sure their defense is pretty good this year. But I'm not sure they can slow down Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. I'm not convinced.
Right. The next game on the slate is Houston at Denver, where Denver, oddly enough, is favored by 1
That will
point.
probably change it by the midweek.
You would think so, but as of right now in this video, Denver is the favorite. Me and Bryn took Houston, Danny took Denver, even though Danny hates Denver, but for some reason wanted to pick them anyway.
Strategic. So Denver's at home. It's all about the strategy. Denver's at home. Houston has struggled a bit.
Can I
on the
just jump in
road.
real quick? You do realize that 6 games, all you have to do is just do 1 game better than me for the next couple
Brent,
weeks.
I'm throwing Hail Marys.
You're throwing
This is straight Hail Marys on
You didn't
all.
throw a Hail Mary taking Cleveland over Kansas City. That was a Hail Mary.
No one's gonna take that Hail Mary.
That is a
But
Hail Mary.
If I fall even further behind by like 10 games, then I might take
You
it.
might by what you're doing.
Denver's favored. Denver's favored. So technically, I'm picking the correct team in this one. But either way, Philip Lindsay, if they keep handing him the ball, he can run through that Texans defense. He's the best running back on that roster. I don't know what's going to happen with Royce Freeman at this point because he doesn't got a spot there now, unless Lindsay gets injured. But Houston is hit or miss. Losing Will Fuller is going to hurt. I'm not sold on Kiki Kuti. How do you say it? I just heard it now.
Kuti.
Yeah, but I just listened to radio shows and stuff, and they've been calling it Cote. So I don't know. I'm confused.
You'll find out by someone in our comments. I mean,
They'll call
Thank
us
you.
out.
And then stop watching our video.
Yes.
But
You can't pronounce his name right. I'm at it. Done.
But yeah, so I think Denver comes out in an emotional victory this week.
The reason why I went with Houston is they're playing hot right now. They've won, 5 straight after starting 0-3.
To be fair, 2 of them were kind of handed to them.
Yeah, but still, they're playing good right now. Washington is kind of coming into his own, looking like the Deshaun Watson of old. Granted, they played Miami, but Miami secondary, heading into that game, was actually ranked in the top 10, and Deshaun Watson took them apart.
Although, if you want to make that argument, the Patriots took them apart, and then the team that played them the next week took them apart. It was the first 3 weeks that got him up there, or 2 weeks of that got him up there at
But
the
they're
top of the
still ranked.
rankings.
but that's because they had Fitzmagic.
Yeah, they do have and they still have Fitzmagic.
They have Fitzmagic.
They still have Fitzmagic. All right, moving on.
By the way, real quick, I want to go back to that game. I'm also going to point out that Denver's run defense is terrible, and Lamar Miller's looked good the last couple weeks.
He's coming back to earth.
Yeah. Probably.
Winner!
Probably after that, but Denver's defense, they gave up 200 yards to Isaiah Crowell. Can we still
But they shut down David Johnson.
That's because they probably weren't running the ball. I think they were getting smothered by like 50 points.
Didn't run the ball at all that game.
All right, so the next game on the slate is the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to Seattle. I am the only one who took Seattle, even though they are favored by 2.5. The reason why I took Seattle is they're actually playing better than what people are giving them credit for. Most people
You got
thought,
last week.
hey, they still look good. Most people thought this was
Yeah,
going to be
I
like a
picked
loss.
them. I know they look good.
You weren't here, so you don't count.
But they are playing
You were
better.
drunk.
They looked good. They've won a couple of games where no one thought they would win. Their defense is not playing terrible right now. And I think the Chargers are due for a letdown game. Like, they've been playing really well. And this is still the Chargers team that, let's be honest, at any moment in time could implode. And I think this could be the week.
I just think that right now the Chargers have too much on offense and they're coming off a bye week. I think the Seahawks run defense is still not that great, and I don't think Kerryon Johnson was the one to really expose that. And I believe Melvin Gordon will.
And I'll add to that, I don't think their passing defense is that great. I think it helps when they can put everyone out of the box in the backfield to block Matt Stafford's passes, because Matt Stafford is, when he's made one-dimensional, and you saw it on week 1 also, when you make him one-dimensional as a passer, he hasn't played good this year. I'm not saying he's not good, because I like Matt Stafford and I draft him every year in fantasy, but they had no rushing game, and that's why Seattle was able to beat him up. That's not going to happen to the Chargers.
All right, well, the next 3 games, we all picked the same, so we're just going to fly through these here.
Well, the next one, though, I'm shocked we all picked the same,
Yeah, the
especially
next-
because it's in New Orleans.
The next game is the Los Angeles Rams at New Orleans Saints, and the Saints are actually getting a point, so the Rams are favored. We all took the Rams. I mean,
What?
we all took the
Yeah,
Rams.
no, you guys didn't hear me right. I said Saints.
What did you say? Saints.
I said
I
Saints.
thought you said take the Rams.
No.
Well, Brent's changing
I
his
think
picks.
change it. I said Saints
No,
to begin
I think you
with.
said the Rams. All right, so Britain's taking the Saints.
I just truly think that right now, that Rams defense still scares me. And I think
In a good way or a bad way?
well, not Halloween good, no.
Okay.
I just mean like they've been getting torched the last couple of weeks. It's just that Jared Goff's look good. And I know the Saints aren't a great defense either, but I just think if it comes to a shootout, I like Breeze better.
And I'll give you this for the Saints. I think since that week 1 dismantling by Fitzpatrick, I almost said it, by that Fitzpatrick, they have become the all-around team that people expected them to be this year. They've had some struggles on offense, namely against the Browns earlier this year. But for the most part, they've been the team that everyone thought was going to be the Super Bowl contender, pushing it through. And this could very well be the NFC Championship preview right here. So this is the must-watch game. I'm going Rams at this point just because they just came off an emotional win this week. They're going on the road, and I think they're going to pull it out. I think Saints are...
And how crazy though is it that this isn't even Sunday night because of the other Sunday
I don't
night
get
game?
that. But the Sunday night game's incredible.
They're
But
both
I wish they could put games on Monday Night Football because, I mean, the Monday Night Football game is... We'll get
What
to
are you
it.
trying to say?
I'm trying to say the Monday Night Football game
Yeah.
is worthless next week.
I'm taking the Rams too because I don't think the Saints are going to stop Todd Gurley. Like, how do you stop that man? Like, he's just been a
even
Hey, it doesn't
monster.
matter if you even have to stop him. I mean, because Packers were right in there with it.
Packers
Until the
stopped
second.
Todd Gurley till the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but sooner or later he's going to go nuts.
But the game was all but over at that point. The only reason, I'll say this, I think the Rams had a very good shot. If it wasn't for obviously Ty Montgomery fumbling it, I think the Rams lose that game. I think Aaron Rodgers has another of his miracle comebacks and wins it. So they're not...
They're a great team, but they're not a team that's not beatable.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm going with that.
Because that's and I know the Chiefs are the same way. Like they have, and they're exactly the same way where they have a great offense, but the defense is suspect. And if you shut down the offense just enough, like the Patriots did against the Chiefs, they shut it down just enough that it was enough to win.
And like the Packers almost did, and once again, Packers did against the Rams. They just handed them the game.
yeah,
in the
I
end.
think this is actually going to be a shootout.
I
I truly think so.
I do too. So the next game on the slate is the epic Sunday night
Packers.
game.
Sunday night game, second time ever that these two quarterbacks. That's it.
We have Green Bay traveling to New England, where New England is a 6-point favorite
I'm shocked at that.
over Green Bay. We all took New England unless Bryn said Packers, not Green Bay.
No, I said Patriots.
Now that one's going to change after this Packers game last night. I believe this one's going to become a lot closer in the
One Patriots absolutely.
the Bills. So that game's going to
One
become.
of the Patriots put 100 points up on the Bills.
So
That's
how many
right
did
on.
Packers put up on the Bills?
Not 100.
They put up like 40, I thought, didn't they? They put a beating on them. They shut them out. So
No, they didn't. It was like 22 to.
no, they shut the Bills out. It was the first shutout by Packers in years. After the Vikings lost to them the previous week.
But regardless, we are all on the New England bandwagon for that game. And which brings us to the epic Monday night showdown
yes.
of Marcus Mariota against Dak Prescott
Amari Cooper.
and Amari Cooper's debut.
What's going to be better this week, Thursday or Monday?
Well, obviously Monday's better than Thursday. I mean, you basically have the Raiders trade away their whole team and have like the
Beat up
soul of
49ers.
Derek Carr somewhere there. I mean, it's not even going.
Wait, Derek Carr just got traded?
I wouldn't be surprised.
For a first round pick to the Cowboys?
If that happens,
Yeah, so we all took Dallas at home as the favorite.
Tennessee doesn't have offense. Dallas is surprisingly one of the top defenses, and they're at
Especially at
home.
home.
They're at home. They're almost unstoppable at home this year.
so is this where you signed Derrick Henry, right? I mean, I know you
Is this breakout game?
He had that breakout last week. You need to put him on your roster immediately.
All right,
Amari Cooper could have a good game this week.
this was our Week 9 picks. Tune in next week where we do Week 10. We'll see if Danny can make some ground with his Hail Mary picks.
They're not Hail Marys, they're strategic choices.
They're not strategic.
I picked games that could happen.
You picked the
I didn't pick the Browns.
It just looks bad to beat the Vikings.
Yeah, but you remember the Lions got dismantled in week 1 and then beat the Patriots later, and like 2 weeks later. The Lions are so hit or miss that it's crazy this year.
But so are the Vikings.
Exactly, and the Vikings somewhat showed up in one half this week and didn't show up in the other half.
Anyway, that's our.
So it could go either ways.
Please like and subscribe to our videos and stay tuned for more fantasy content. And we are the Fantasy Forecasters. we predict it just as good as the weatherman.